Namaste, I'm Archana Pambi. This is the how-to for Kapalabhati Pranayama. Find a comfortable place. I am sitting in my garden because there is fresh oxygen and it is right in the morning. But feel free to find any place that is comfortable for you. Owing to the lockdown, I am actually not going down to the community garden. Otherwise, I would have loved to go there, and amidst all those trees, I would have loved to do pranayama. Just ensure that you are sitting with your back straight. You could again sit against a wall, or you could sit on a cushion or a pillow. And if you're using anything, you could just simply place your tailbone up on top of that so that you can have your spine stay erect. So if you see, my feet are on the mat or on the ground, but I am sitting on top of it so that the spine stays elevated. Now if you're comfortable sitting for a long time with your back straight, feel free to sit on the floor directly and choose any comfortable position for the legs. Most of them love to sit in either Vajrasana or in Padmasana, or a simple cross leg pose like this is also fine. There are even complicated poses that you can adapt to. So pick any one of them. I am sitting with a simple cross-legged position, where the left leg is closer to my thighs and the right feet is pressing into my left leg. Now with this position, we are going to start Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is known as the frontal lobe cleansing practice. So essentially we are just exhaling, and please keep in mind that this, because we are forcefully exhaling and also actively working our abdominal muscles, it is a heating practice, and it generally is practiced if you want to become suddenly awake, you're feeling lazy, you want to do something, you can always practice this. Alright, so on that note, how do you practice? It is simple exhalation, and when you exhale, automatically inhalation happens. So what you're trying to do is, as you exhale, you try to contract your abdomen. Now you're actually not contracting your abdomen. What internally happens is you're pushing up the diaphragm, so the air from the lungs is pushed out. So it is like, so when you're doing that form of action, you're actually pushing all the air from the entire respiratory tract. So essentially cleaning the whole part. The first round, or the first way of doing that, is through both the nostrils. The second technique that you can master once you're comfortable with both the nostrils is to just do it one nostril at a time. Alright, so just place the palms on your knees in any mudra, in Chin Mudra or Jnana Mudra, whatever works best for you, or you could just keep them as is if you don't like these mudras. These mudras help you stay connected to the current moment. That's the reason we use these mudras. Alright, so just relax, roll your shoulders back, your spine extended, chin slightly tucked in so that your neck is straight and not either overstretching or tucking in further. Once you feel comfortable, take 3 deep breaths, inhale and exhale all the way to your abdomen, exhale all the way up. 2 more times, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Take a deep breath in, inhale, and continuously exhale for 10 times, pushing all the way from the lower abdomen. Relax after a few rounds. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Now this entails 1 round, so you could do 3 rounds of how many ever counts you want. A general starting count would be 10 counts. You can gradually move up to 30 counts per round, or roughly saying that you do it 3 minutes up to 10 minutes, the whole practice. Now while you're doing this, you would realize that as you exhale, the inhalation happens naturally, so you don't have to exhale and then force an inhalation. So it's like automatically your body will try to inhale. Don't have to force, and then don't have to do that. So you just are exhaling and removing everything from the respiratory tract. So you're forcing the exhalation, and the action is best when you do it from your abdomen, because you're entirely emptying it from the lower parts of the lungs all the way through the tract, and even with the nostril action, you're also emptying it from the nostril. So let's do this a couple more times. I am doing it just for 15 counts. Feel free to increase, and there is absolutely no hard and fast rule, so you can do 10 times and do 5 rounds. It's absolutely fine. Take a deep breath in, inhale, exhale. Inhale. Another word of caution is, don't move your body while you're practicing. When you are taking this break between the rounds, feel free to adjust anything, your clothes, or move yourself closer to the back, or if you feel that you're not able to sit comfortably, sit in Sukhasana. Whatever those adjustments that you want to do it between the rounds. The third round, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So that was the first way of doing it. The other way of doing it is with alternating nostrils. So I will demonstrate that as well, and you could practice this as well. So you just close the right nostril, and you're doing the same action that you did with only the left nostril open. So you're exhaling forcefully through the left nostril and inhaling passively through the left nostril. So once you do this, you switch the hands and then you do with the right nostril. So then you again inhale deeply and exhale through the right nostril. Now the same practice can be done for 15-15 and repeat it for a number of rounds as required. So let's do this one round. Let's do it 3 times, okay? Relax your shoulders, keep your spine straight, chin slightly tucked in so your neck is straight. And remember, though the action is to exhale from the abdomen, you don't have to shrug your shoulders or hold your body tense. You will find it over a period of time to be more relaxing, but try to avoid any forceful action of body movement or anything. It has to happen naturally, gradually, just by contracting only the abdomen. So take a deep breath in, inhale, exhale, close the right nostril, inhale deeply through the left nostril. Now exhale forcefully and then with subsequent inhale passively. Relax with the breath. And now switch to the other side. Switching to the other side, the right nostril, closing the left. Inhale through the right. And start Kapalabhati. Take a deep breath in. We'll do it one more time. Close the right nostril with the right hand or the right thumb, lightly pressing into the nostril. You don't have to move the nostril to the side. Inhale through the left and start the practice. And exhale. Repeating on the right side, close the left nostril with the left hand thumb. You could keep the hand active or relaxed, whatever works best for you. Inhale. Exhale with Kapalabhati on the right. Now I did this 2 times. You could do this one more round and do it. I am generally a body which has lot of heat, pitta body. So I always find when I do this more, it just invigorates me even more than what I am supposed to have energy through the day, and it also generates a lot of heat in the body. So on that note, those who are having heart problems or having high blood pressure or having any other heat related issues, it's best to avoid this. There are other pranayamas like Nadi Shodhana and Shitali and all those things that you can practice. But this in itself has its own advantages because it cleans and purifies. And one of the reasons why many of them start this Hasana practice itself with Kapalabhati is because it is going to warm up the body. So without even doing much, you are actually warming up the body and keeping it ready for any sort of movements that you are going to do later. The best part of this is on the spiritual awakening is because you're cleaning everything, the focus is on Agnya or whatever you call it, the third eye chakra. So that's why it's called the frontal lobe cleansing as well. So very good asana to clean up everything, to purify yourself and to be able to sit and meditate comfortably. So I hope this was beneficial. Please let me know your feedbacks or suggestions if you have in the comments. Namaste.